Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about a few things, but first, if this is your first time here and you just like anything that has to do with keto or health, go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll get notified every time we create new content for you. So let's get started.
You don't even have your mic on.
Yes, I do.
How did mine get off? What happened to the thing on the end?
Oh my.
What the heck?
I'm going to punch you in the face. How do you lose it?
It came off. I don't know.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
it's here.
Every time he takes the lapel mics out, he always loses the little thing that goes on top. Every single time. You good?
Possibly.
Okay.
You the new cameraman?
Hey! No.
Cats. They're carnivores. Which leads us to our next.
Okay, so what we wanted to talk to you guys about today was the carnivore diet. A lot of people have tried this in the keto community. It's a very big topic. It's kind of controversial. And so Josh and I decided that we were going to try it for 7 days and see if we noticed any difference during that week. So I follow a few people who are carnivore on Instagram, and they are completely 100% meat eaters. So there is no specific way to do carnivore. Basically it just means animal products, but some people are very strict and they do meat only.
Meat only. I like meat, but that's a little extreme to me.
Yeah.
I can't.
I
like cheese too. So.
Right. It's too restrictive for me, but anyway, regardless, we decided that we were going to make our own rules, and we were going to do carnivore, and basically any animal product will do. Meat, cheese, eggs, and basically anything else that's made with animal product that has no plant-based ingredients at all. The rules are that you eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, and only eat animal products, coffee, water, and tea. That's it. So there's no like specific rules, but that's the main thing, is you don't have to measure anything, which is really beneficial for people who don't like counting anything. You're only allowed to drink water, coffee, and tea, and no sweeteners, which is my kryptonite. Josh is an all black coffee drinker. This was literally not hard for him at all. So let's talk about our challenges first.
I pretty much eat meat and cheese all the time, so it wasn't that challenging. I mean, and coffee is pretty much my preference to drink all the time, so there weren't a lot of challenges. I mean, I'm not someone who, I don't insist on a large variety of different kinds of foods. I like what I like and I stick with it.
I'm opposite of that. I love variety in my food. I love vegetables. I love sweeteners. I mean, mostly, of course, keto-friendly sweeteners. But when I make my coffee in the morning, I like to make it with coffee creamer and some stevia. And not having that stevia in the morning actually made me drink less coffee. Did you have any other challenges? Or any challenges?
No. Meat and cheese are the main staples of my food anyway, so it wasn't really a problem for me.
Okay, so now that we've gone over what struggles we had or didn't have, this guy over here, let's talk about what we enjoyed about it or what we thought was beneficial.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of standout benefits for myself because it didn't seem that different than what I normally eat. I mean, there was a few things I didn't include, obviously. Every once in a while I'll eat cauliflower, but it's not something I necessarily enjoy. It's kind of a substitute for some things, but beyond that, I mean, I would exclusively eat meat and cheese and eggs
All the time?
Anyway. Yeah, all the time anyway. So there wasn't that big of a difference as far as that is concerned. I'm not a huge sweetener person in the first place, so I like things, cold and bitter often.
It's kind of like his heart.
Like life. So I didn't find a lot of challenges, or I didn't face like a big adjustment period. It was pretty normal.
Pretty easy. So when we started, we basically stuck with eggs and bacon in the morning, ground beef in any time. It was just dependent on what we were hungry for. And then hamburger patties with bacon and cheese at night. That was basically like how we ate all week.
Some chicken.
I did make some pork rind and Parmesan cheese crusted chicken, which was delicious. It was pretty good.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was some good food. I didn't feel hungry a lot. Like I said before, I was really satiated and I just didn't eat as much. I didn't feel like I had to eat as much. But other than that, it was very easy. It was actually very easy to sustain. By the 6th day for me, I was getting tired of meat and cheese and eggs only. And so I started to get a little antsy to get back onto our normal way of eating. I kept seeing everyone baking pumpkin goods, and I wanted to bake pumpkin goods, and I couldn't yet. So it was kind of getting old for me at the end.
No, I'm probably going to continue. Obviously, I'll probably eat some of the things that I left out, but it's still going to be mainly that anyway. That's because that's what I enjoy, and that's what I've eaten for a long time.
All right, guys, let's talk about some results we saw throughout the week. So I started off the week at 303 pounds, and I ended at 297 pounds, which means a weight loss of 6 pounds in 7 days, which puts me at exactly 50 pounds loss officially since we started keto, which is super exciting for me. It's a big milestone.
I think I started around 230. It's hard for me to gauge because of water. My lung condition basically keeps me retaining water a lot, so I have to flush it out constantly. As of today, I was around 226, which actually is, I think, probably benefited somewhat from this last week because I pretty much couldn't get past the 230 for a while there. Maybe only like 2 weeks or so, but it didn't seem like I could get past it.
A lot of people that do carnivore tend to say that they have a lot more mental clarity. I personally did not notice any difference. When I first started keto, I noticed a big difference, and I think I'm just used to that now.
I'm pretty mentally sharp in the first place. I definitely feel much more clarity on keto, and there may have been a slight increase because I don't get a lot of sleep, so there may have been a slight increase this week by cutting some things out. I'm pretty mentally sharp in the first place. I definitely feel much more clarity on keto, and there may have been a slight increase because I don't get a lot of sleep, so there may have been a slight increase this week by cutting some things out. So the things that I cut out may have contributed to any fogginess that I did have from lack of sleep while on keto alone. So I think there may have been a slight benefit because I was still tired this week from lack of sleep, but I didn't find any issues with clarity at all.
One thing I really liked that I noticed the first couple of days was I noticed that my bloating had gone down a little bit. I think that the 6 pounds that I did lose probably was mostly water weight, just additional water weight. I wear sandals pretty much every day, and I noticed that my sandals were a lot looser on the top, whereas sometimes they really grab on tight if I'm holding a little bit of water. So during the week, they were super loose. I just felt I don't have a wedding ring that can get loose, but I could feel like my hands aren't as tight. My shirts fit a little bit better. So I think that just like the bloating went down immensely during that week, which is probably where that weight loss came from.
Working in a warehouse, I have a lot of foot pain. I have ways of treating it, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it usually is this week, and I'm not sure if there's
any correlation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a correlation to that. Maybe possibly less inflammation, because with things like plantar fasciitis, really inflammation is the problem. It doesn't hurt usually while you're still working, while you're walking. It's once you sit down and like stop working that it starts to almost like pulsate. Yeah,
it's the worst pain.
I think there's a big reduction in the inflammation when you cut some things from your diet, and I could definitely see a benefit this week from that.
Overall, I think that it's definitely worth a try. I don't think that you can get a lot of information from only doing it for 1 week. Yeah. I think that's kind of where we messed up. We probably should have done maybe 30 days to really get a clear answer on how well this works for people. If you look up a few people that do carnivore, I don't remember her name. After this video, once I'm editing it, I'll put it in the description below. But there is a lady who does 0 carbs. She's been doing it for many years. She literally only eats meat. She lost a ton of weight, and she was able to have a baby because it like regulated all of her hormones, and she's very well known for that. If you guys are experiencing any sort of stall, I would highly suggest doing carnivore for at least 2 weeks to really get the full benefit.
You can do a cursory Google search to get more information if you want to know more about it, or more about it from people who've obviously done it longer. I would definitely say that we're probably going to do it again at some point, probably for longer, to test the long-term results.
Do you think it would be sustainable?
For someone like me, yes. Especially if you have a grill. I mean, there's almost, you know, we're very opposite. You like a large variety of vegetables. I like a large variety of meats.
Yeah. All right. I just want to show you my shirt. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. My mother got this for me. Thanks, Mom. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching our video today. If you guys have any more questions about carnivore, you guys can go ahead and ask those questions below, and we will find the answer for you from people who have been doing this for a really long time, or we can at least direct you in the right way. Of course, we're not doctors. We always want to say that. We're not medical professionals. We don't know a lot about that stuff. What we do know is that we follow some really great people that are medical physicians, and they give us a lot of information that's very helpful. And we'll always link those people down below. The 3 people we really like are Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Berg, and Dr. John Lemansky, and I'll link all of their YouTubes down below in our description.
If you like this video, go ahead and give it the thumbs up. If you give it the thumbs down, I will find you.
Well, thank you so much again, guys. We love you. Thank you for all of your support, and have a great day. Bye. Oh, God.